The views and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of Access Fort Wayne, the Allen County Public Library, or any other supporting groups. If you'd like to produce a show, call us at 260-421-1250.
I lost my Drongo.
What did you do?
He lost one of his toys. So
Oh no!
today is the siege of 1812. So right now the fort isn't working right now. We're rebuilding it. So normally we'd be in there, but you want to talk?
I lost my Drongo and it's gone.
Gone.
So yeah, we are working at the children's tent. So we have a ton of toys and games from around the 1812. And his favorite toy is the dominoes or the snake box.
Okay.
Do you like the snake box?
Yeah.
So what's going on here at the fort?
So this is one of our monthly events.
Okay.
Yeah, and we have events during the summer. We're gonna have 2 events. Normally there's 3. And we have everybody set up on the lawn.
Mark! Mark! Keep going, keep going. Quick, quick, quick. Mark. Stand out, 6 spaces. That's not 6, I promise. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go, come on. 1,
Fire the guns. Step over here.
2. There we go. Now, take a look at where you are in the line and how long that line is. That's 6 spaces. In light infantry, you can depending on the terrain, it was up to 12 spaces, so twice this distance. And that's 30, company of 30 guys, 60 guys, 100 guys. On the center, close!
There's a famous battle of the Old Friedland.
Oh,
Napoleon fought the Russians. For that first engagement.
What's your name?
So my name is Laura Browning, and I'm a Fort Wayne local volunteer at the fort here, kind of demonstrating the basics of weaving and the general history of weaving.
You've got. Is weaving hard?
The setup of weaving is hard, but if you really don't have any clothes to wear or sails or tent cloths to use, you'll find that you'll pick it up pretty quick.
Is weaving like wool?
Weaving can be done with any fiber, any yarn, because it's just yarn. You'll have the warp that goes up and down. All of the Germans come. So they came to the area and set up, and they would bring their spinning wheels, they would bring their looms, and while they could also purchase things, they were doing as much as they could inside the house to save money, basically. A lot of the farmers were set up to do flax as well. They were growing flax to make linen as a crop. So that one I have to select each thread individually. This rigid heddle separates out my warp ends. Every single warp goes through the rigid heddle, and it's either in a slot or a hole. So that way, if I pull it up, that creates a shed, and it automatically goes over, under, over, under, over, under. And then I just, saves me a lot of time. And that just pulls through. And then I feed it to make the cloth, and then I put it down for a new shed. and then I just go back and forth. And this is a heck of a lot faster.
Yes, I can see that. How long you been helping here at the fort?
I've been volunteering here for a couple of years now. 2-ish years ago, I really got into it, and when we were cleaning out the blockhouse, I was helping, and they said, "Oh, we've got the old floor loom, and it's junk, so we'll pull that out and we'll throw it away." And as a weaver and a spinner and a seamstress and a textile historian, I looked it over and went, "No, this is fine. It just needs to be cleaned up a little bit." So I actually reached out to a good friend of mine, Connie Hook, who's also been a weaver of a couple of decades, and went, "Hey, the fort has a floor loom. We're gonna restore it. Do you want to come help?" And she was like, "You had me at loom." So she and I have been working on restoring it. It's now fully restored, ready to weave on. We did throw a warp on there 2 Christmases ago and did weave it over the next couple of events. And we learned a lot.
Now, if somebody has the talent like you have, a special type of talent, how do they get a hold of somebody to volunteer?
So our fort is an absolutely fantastic first place if you're interested in being a reenactor or volunteering. Our fort is 100% run by volunteers. And you know what you have to do? You have to show up.
Oh,
We'll take everybody.
okay.
And if you don't want to dress up as this, we have lots of opportunities. The people at the bake sale, those are all volunteers as well. Everybody on the board, the people who run the Facebook group, or the Facebook page, sorry, are volunteers. So if you are interested in history at all, I say come on down, give us a try.
Red dot. That was a cannon.
It is ready.
I heard your dad ask about the temperature. The fire's over 3,000 degrees. We're taught to know the temperature by its color. Now right there's about 2,300 degrees. Maybe even a little higher than that.
What are you making?
This is going to be a drive hook. There's one laying there somewhere. This is a decorative hook that's driven into the wall. There's the broom, well, yeah, the one under the broom is hanging on one.
Okay. What's your name?
Norman,
You've been a blacksmith long?
25 years.
How'd you learn?
Well, we have an organization in the state called the Indiana Blacksmithing Association. We basically exist to teach blacksmithing to each other. So, about 25 years ago, it was at a reenactment, found out about the Indiana Blacksmithing Association and decided to check it out. As I told them when I started, I said I've been modern blacksmithing all my life. I'm a farmer. Cutting torches, saws, welders, that was nothing new to me. I wanted to learn the traditional method. So that's what I started down the road to do.
What are some of the things you've made here?
I make a lot of things normally. A lot of what is colonial ironwork, chandeliers, lighting, all kinds of hooks and fire equipment, kitchen utensils, hinges for whatever. I have some hinges on a firehouse, a restored firehouse up here in Fort Wayne that I made. They're based on the originals at the Fire Museum. So, I never know what I'm going to make. Some things I make a lot of, like these. They're a nice, easy demonstration.
Boy, you're good with that horn. So,
I've done it a couple times.
yeah. And tell us, like, at the fort, what's the purpose of the blacksmith?
If it was made of metal, it had to come from the blacksmith, one at a time. And that means whether it was a screw or a nail, or as I said, a hinge, a door latch, anything that was made of metal, gun parts, cannon parts for that matter.
Yeah.
Cannons shake themselves loose all the time when they fire. And I've made a number of parts for different cannons over the years for people. So anything and everything was made of metal. I mean, it could have been down to making the soldiers' knives and bayonets, but it was more mundane things. It was tools and equipment.
Can you make gun parts?
Yes. You know, a frontier blacksmith had to be able to make a lot of stuff. Axes, probably made a lot of axes. And,
What does that do? Get the fire going more?
yeah, it adds air to the fire and makes the fire hotter.
At this point in the game, it was an experiment. Could I do it?
Oh, cool. And you did.
And I did. I like that one better.
What's your name?
My name is Kip Lytle. I'm the woodwright here at the Old Fort in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Okay, tell us what the wood person does.
The woodwright. Basically, if it's made out of wood, I've either made it or repaired it. Write is a word that means maker or to make, and wood is my medium. That's all it means. I'm a wood maker.
What do you, have you done this in real life?
No, in real life, I was a network administrator for the computer networks at the 122nd Fighter Wing, retired after 27 years of service, and...
I got 33 years here.
Right on, brother.
Yeah, you betcha. I'm retired.
And,
same place, I retired from out here.
Yeah, I used to work with Goose and Ed Hyde.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That's right.
Sure.
You actually made some of these?
I made everything on that table, including the table.
Wow, that
really?
chessboard is beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
Got checkers.
Well, checkers could be too.
Checkers on one side, chess on the other.
Yeah.
See,
That's
the
pretty, the way
shaving
you
bench
did that.
behind you is also my construction.
Oh.
The spring pole lathe to your left is made by me.
Wow. What is a spring pull blade?
Okay, well, you're familiar with a lathe, right?
Yes, yes.
In that, I need to get some tools.
Turns wood.
The legs were cut out of planks, and the tabletop was made from planks as well, but this center column was turned right there.
That is pretty.
Take sugar cane cutters and hooking them up to bicycles so they're bicycle powered instead of gas engine powered. Shaving horse, shaving bench was one of the things that they had a class in making. So I said, here, sign me up. Now this is a spring pole treadle lathe. It is a German style treadle lathe. The blueprints I got from Mr. Roy Underhill. And well, here's how it works. There's a rope wrapped around my workpiece. It is attached to a foot pedal and a rocker arm. The rocker arm is attached to this piece of 1x1 hickory that's tied to its brother by this metal clamp. And what happens is whenever I push down, the work spins toward me. When I let up, the spring of the hickory sets it back to its original position. So, if I want to turn something, I just tap my foot to the music, oom pa pa, and I gently apply one of my lathe tools.
How long does the rope usually last? So.
Depends on how close I get the tool to it.
Oh, okay. So it usually don't wear out from
Well,
turning.
you know, the maker, the designer of the lathe suggested a leather sewing machine belt.
Yeah.
And I got one and I used it. And it broke within 3 hours.
Okay.
So I replaced it with this 1/4-inch rope. Yeah, every 8-9 hours the rope breaks,
Yeah.
but I can tie it off
I figured it
and
would.
continue going.
Yeah. Because you have a lot of friction, different
Well,
spots.
you know, the leather belt cost me like $30 and lasted 3 hours. This piece of rope is 10 feet out of a roll of 100 that cost me $2.50. I think I'll go with the rope
Exactly. Yeah.
because I can find 1/4-inch rope at any hardware
And
store.
It looks even more primitive than it. So yeah. So, great. Thank you so much.
You're
Thank
most
you for your
welcome.
information. On America's Got Talent.
Okay.
And I like this so well, I copied it. Okay. Put your finger in there, make sure it's empty. Look empty to you?
It looks and feels empty to me.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to put this in front of you. Are you right-handed or left-handed?
I am right-handed.
Okay, I'm going to put this in front of you here and just put it right here, and you can put your finger on top. Okay.
All right.
Now, first name again was
Kip. K-I-P.
Hey, Kip. Your job is to not let me in that box.
Okay.
I'm going to try to do misdirection and mislead you. You don't always have to keep your finger on that box because it will require you to do some different things, but you can. I'll stay this far away from it.
Okay.
Okay. Regular deck of cards here. Okay.
Okay.
Now, Kip, pick any card you want. Good. Okay. Take a look at it.
Okay.
You want a different one, or you like that one?
I like this one.
All right. This is called a Sharpie pen. That's where you have it.
I've used one once or twice.
Have you really? They call it Sharpie. It's got that point on it. But it does write on cards. You can write on the face of this card. Now go ahead, Kip, and write on the face of that card.
What would you like me to write?
No, that's going to be your souvenir. You're going to keep it so you can put anything you want.
And then you need to show it to me.
And I'll turn my back so I can't see. So, what we're doing, Kip, is making that a very special card because I have no idea what you're writing on that. So I'll have to show you that actual card.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Now I'm going to hand you the cards here. Put yours on top for now. Okay.
On top for now.
Yep. I'll take the pen back. Okay. Now. Okay. I'll
You can put
I'll
that.
keep away from the box. Okay. Now. I'm going to shuffle these as long as you want me to shuffle. Okay?
Proceed.
Okay. You can tell me to stop whenever you want. Keep going.
Keep going. You're doing fine.
Okay.
Oops. That should do it.
I hope that went in. Okay. It's okay. Now, I'm going to put these behind
Well, that one isn't.
I'm good. Okay. I'm going to put these behind my back and try to find your card of all those cards. They should all feel the same, right?
You would think.
You think. Okay. I'll see how fast I can do it.
Okay.
Done. Okay. Your card should be right on top.
And it is.
Can I see it?
Very good. Very
Can
good.
I see it?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
Have you ever watched detective shows?
Yes.
Okay. In detective shows, they got a term called, what's your favorite detective show?
Right now, Tracker.
Tracker. You don't hear that too often. I like that show too. Tracker, there's a term called forensic evidence.
Yes.
What forensic evidence means is something that can be discovered, like with a detective like that. Okay, so
Irrefutable scientifically.
very good.
I used to be a cop.
Oh, very good. You definitely know what forensic evidence is. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to try to shuffle these again. Okay.
Okay.
You can tell me when.
That should do it.
Top there? Okay, I'll put these behind my back and try to find that card again. Having a little harder time, but I think I got it. Okay, Kip. Yeah, I got it. Okay, Kip. Take the cards again. Okay.
Okay.
Now, check on top, see if that's the card.
That is not the card.
Okay. I have an out in case that happens, Kip. If you take the lid off of that box, I'll hold these cards for you. See that card in there?
I do.
See that? There's a card in that box. But is that your card?
It is indeed.
Very
Oh
good.
my
Keep that
heavens.
card.
Isn't that something?
That's a good
Bravo.
one. Is she helping you?
No, she's here to
No,
pick
I'm
up a...
claiming my prize.
Oh, you. What's your name?
Hi, my name's Tristan.
Trissa?
Tristan.
And what do you? This was made by Kip.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. So what is it?
It's a cooler.
A cooler. Wow. Look at that.
I never would have thought of that.
Yeah, that's really neat.
And no one else knew about it.
That's nice. So, Kip, how long did it take you to make a cooler like that?
About a day and a half.
Okay. Wow, that's really nice. Thank you very much. Boy, that's really well made.
And it's lighter than you think.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Was it made out of pine or what?
Pine with a styrofoam core.
Okay.
You made her a cooler.
I did.
Very good.
Well, I made a
Stuff
cooler.
like that at
She decided she
enactments?
wanted it.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys.
What's your name?
My name's Rick Hahn.
And Rick, what's your job here at the Florida?
Well, I am an associate board member, and which means that we come in and if it needs work done, we all volunteers, so we come in and do it. Last Saturday we spent chinking and spraying the new doctor's quarters so that it turned from that lovely yellow people driving down Spy Run we're seeing to the nice brown color it is right now.
Okay. And how long is this construction going to take before it's finished, you think?
It's going to take a long time.
Is that
We have to go building by building, and it's all depends on weather and the availability of the crew to build it.
Okay.
The crew
And
coming in.
You're probably not allowed to go into the buildings you're working on, but the other ones you can, right?
The ones out here, yes. We actually have the inside of the fort barricaded off because there's a lot of lumber and construction materials and heavy equipment in there. So we're not able to access that right now. And we were expecting a much lower turnout than we got for reenactors, and they came out anyway, which we're very thankful for.
We like it too. Yes. Thank you. Is there anything else you want to tell the people at home? Do you do this every month?
Every month. And I
what-
think we're skipping July this year
Okay.
for various reasons, but we will be back in August with the Napoleonic.
Do you have like a certain weekend?
I do almost all of them.
Do you
If they do a Civil War, I'm not in that one, but for 1812, Napoleonic, Revolutionary War, French and Indian War, my wife and I tend to be here for all of those.
So almost every weekend you have an event here?
Every month.
Every month,
Yes.
once a weekend. Okay.
And then, of course, you got the tourist in your hometown. We've got Fright Night. We do the lantern tours here. So I think between the lantern tours and the Mother's Day event, the timeline event we put on, those are my two favorites. But Napoleonic's a close second,
Okay.
or third, I should say.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Close-up magic. I actually have a big penny. Take a look at that. Okay, that's actually a real penny. It's from England. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and in England,
Can I see it?
it's so big, but
Yeah, that's a big penny.
yeah,
Yep.
that was back in 1966.
Yes.
Because of copper's cost and everything, they don't make them that big these days.
Right.
But back in '66 they did. And they were called pence, and 100 of those will make what's called a pound in England. Okay? Okay. So I'm going to show you something. Like you see here, they're about the same size, right?
Right.
And so that's how big the penny is. Okay, hold your hand out. I'll put these in your hand. Just these two coins, the penny and the 50 cent piece. Now close your hand up. Okay? Put your hand behind your back and put one coin in each hand. The big penny in one hand and the 50 cent piece in the other. I'll bring them out like this. Okay, it's going to be kind of hard to tell which one, if you're to guess, which one you think might be the penny. Okay, open up and see. Okay, how about the other one?
Can I see what's in this one? Oh, okay. What happened to him?
That's a Susan B.
Yes. So I didn't, you actually made me 99 cents.
I guess.
Yes.
Now, if I could do that on a regular basis, I might
Yeah.
be worth something.
It was in your area. It kind of was.
Sneaky.
That's called close-up and have it right in your hands.
Yep.
These you don't see very much of. Okay, your first name again was?
Rick.
Rick, okay. They're 50-cent pieces. And the reason you don't see them so much because people are under the illusion there's more silver than they're worth. But actually it's about 50-50. Okay, there's one, there's two, there's three 50-cent pieces, okay? There's four 50-cent pieces, okay? So you have how many? Four?
Four.
I have just one.
Okay.
Okay, what I'm going to do is have you close your hand up, okay? I lift your hand up here. I'm going to try to take one from your hand. Got a good grip?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what do you got?
What do you got?
3.
Oh, yeah. That is something.
Yep.
The man has fast hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is sleight of hand. That's what that's called.
That's.
Yeah.
And I was looking for that.
That particular
Sherry.
Sherry, okay, Sherry. And tell us about your table here. What is this is called the children's table?
Yep, we've got all kinds of old-time toys and games for the kids to come and play with. And it's not just kids' toys. Some of the games that adults would have played too, like dominoes. This game is called Nyman Morris.
Yeah, I played that before.
Yep, and this one's a just a letter dice. Yep, we've got some little pots and pans. We have the old-fashioned barrel of monkeys. Yep, they're on TV.
And who do you have here with you?
This is my daughter Natalie.
Hi, Natalie. So you've been helping out. Is this your first year? Or?
No, we've been doing this since I was 10, so I'm almost 17.
Okay, very
Been doing this a
good.
long time, building the collection of toys we have.
Okay.
Oh, you actually built these?
No,
Not all
but
of
she's
them.
compiling them, or gathering.
Found them and stuff.
What's that one on the end?
So this is a game called, how would you say this? Mokli? Yeah, Mokli. Yeah, that one, we need a little bit, it's kind of for older kids, so we have it out here, but we haven't really gotten it out today, where you throw this and try to knock over the pins.
Oh, okay.
So,
Little
and then,
like bowling.
yep, and we have another game more like bowling there, 9-pin,
not
that
set
just
up.
got knocked down, but.
Okay.
Oh, over here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the predecessor of 10-pin, which is standard bowling for today.
Gotcha.
Yep, exactly.
Can you show us that when?
The Jacob's ladder?
Yeah, Jacob's ladder.
Yep, this is.
Isn't that neat?
And then.
There's a couple of like animals you can do with them. I only know a couple. This is the butterfly.
Oh, yeah.
And then that's the snake. And then my favorite, the table.
Oh, that's neat.
But yeah.
You're pretty coordinated with that. You've been practicing.
Yeah, this is our personal Jacob's ladder.
Yeah.
We've had it for a while.
Wow.
But yeah.
And what's this other one with the tops?
Oh, this is just a tray for the top, so they don't spin away.